So we're going to start as we always do at the front of the mat. I know I'm not at the front of the mat, I'm just standing facing you, but just bring your feet together, so big toes together. You can lift those toes up and then spread them back down again and try to spread them out, okay? And then, so we're starting from the floor up. Thighs are on, so engage those thighs, lifting the kneecaps. And then you're going to engage through your core. So that's your root locks and your abdominal locks. So we've got Mula Bandha, which is a root lock, perineum squeeze, pelvic floor, and your deep abdominals, Uddiyana Bandha, okay, drawing in and up, below your belly button, above your pubic bone, and you're drawing in and up. So we brace through your center through the practice this morning. Take your shoulders back and down and tuck your chin in so you've got length through the back of your neck. So that's the first thing, Tadasana, mountain posture. If you take your hands up, if you want, close your eyes if you want, and then we're going to breathe. So Ujjayi breath, keeping the mouth closed, breathing through the nose, and sounding the breath in the back of your throat. So you're going to feel the rib cage expanding on the in-breath and abdominals drawing in on the out-breath. So that breath, you're going to stay with that breath throughout. Listen to your breath, it is your guide. So we're going to take it through sun salutation, eh? Inhale, reach up. Follow your thumb. And then exhale, fold. Soften the knees where you need. Tuck your head in, look up. Inhale. Flatten those hands, step it back. Look forwards, come down to Chaturanga Dandasana, and then inhale. Tops of your feet into your first back bend, and then tuck your toes and into down dog. So, hands are shoulder distance apart, feet are hip distance apart, and your belly is strong and you're lifting your hips high. So we've either got legs straight or we're softening the knees, okay? Push the floor away. Breathe into your rib cage, sounding the breath in the back of your throat, and just lengthen out. When you're ready, look up and bring those feet back to your hands. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, folding. And then inhale, reach it up. Follow your thumbs. And exhale, come back to mountain posture. Inhale, take it up. Exhale into Uttanasana. Tuck the head. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten the hands. Keep the body strong and long and come down to Chaturanga, elbows tucked. In breath, lift your chest, open the chest, tuck the toes, and into down dog. So, bandhas are on, root lock and abdominal lock. Hips are high, and you're spreading your mat sideways to open your shoulders, okay? Focus on your breath. Work your heels towards the floor, or if they're down already, then maybe shuffle them back a little further. Remember to soften the knees, and remember also, if it feels too much at any point, just come down to your knees and take a breath, okay? Over time, as we know, down dog becomes a more restful posture. Bring those feet back to your hands and look up, inhale. Exhale, folding, and inhale, reach it up. From here, we're going to go straight into the next sun salutation. Fold down, exhale. Inhale, lift the chest. Flatten the hands, stepping back. Look forwards. Elbows are tucked to your ribs, Chaturanga. In breath, lift the chest. Open the chest. Roll the shoulders back, tuck the toes. And into downward facing dog. So Mula Bandha root lock. Uddiyana Bandha abdominal lock. And breathe. So keep pushing the floor away, and rolling the shoulders from your ears, and drawing your chest closer to your thighs. And look up and bring those feet back to your hands. lift the chest. Inhale, exhale, fold it. And again, inhale, reach up and follow the hand. We're going to go straight down again. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten the hand, step or jump. Look forwards, come down, chaturanga, elbows to your ribs. In breath, lift your chest, look up, look back into your back bend and then down dog. So from here, we're going to step the right foot, but we're going to keep the left heel up. And then we're going to take the right hand to the ceiling and stretch the back leg and reach the right hand. Stay with your breath. Bring your right hand down inside of your right foot, pivot your left foot, take your left hand up and open up. Come back. Take this right foot and if it feels okay, lift it off the floor and lower yourself into chaturanga and then inhale to your up, go back bend, exhale, heel down. Step your left foot. Lift the chest, stretch the right heel away, take the left hand to the ceiling and open up. Bring the left hand down inside of your left foot, pivot your right foot, take your right hand up and breathe. Come back with the hands, maybe lift the left leg off the floor, lower down, in breath up dog, and exhale down. So you're in down dog again, as I said before, take a breather if you need it, okay? Remember you're building into your practice. The more you do your practice, the more the body is conditioned, and then the deeper. And the edge, you can find a deeper edge in your practice. So we're never stationary in down dog, we're always finding that edge. And to come out, you can either step or jump. And look up, inhale, and then exhale, fold. And inhale, reach up. And come back to Tadasana. So this time we're going to bend the knees. Inhale, reach it up. Utkatasana, fierce warrior. Exhale, fold. Tuck the head in, lift the sit bones. Inhale, lift the chest. Flatten the hand, step or jump. Come down, chaturanga, elbows tuck. In breath, lift your chest into down dog, exhale. Now you're going to pivot your left foot and step your right foot long. Come up to Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, come back down, high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows to ribs. In breath, lift your chest and into down dog. Pivot your right foot, step your left foot. Come up to your warrior 1, inhale. Come back down, keep that breath going, keep that core engaged, elbows to ribs. In breath, lift your chest into your up dog, back bend and into your down dog, exhale. So, into down dog, 5 breaths or so. Mula Bandha is on, Uddiyana Bandha is on. Push the floor away. Sound the breath in the back of your throat. Remember that breath is number 1 in the practice. And then bring your feet back to your hands. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale to fold. Now bend the knees, Utkatasana. Inhale, exhale, Tadasana. Ready again, bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Tuck your head in. Inhale, lift your chest, flatten your hands, step or jump. Look forwards, heads well over the hands, elbows to ribs. In breath, lift your chest. Open the chest, tuck your toes into down dog. Pivot your left foot, step your right. Coming up, square the hips, square the shoulders. Come back down. High plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pivot your right, step your left foot, reach it up, follow your thumbs, come back, high plank, look forwards, elbows tucked, in breath, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back and into that, and breathe. So either staying in your down dog or resting, or right foot goes up to the ceiling. Stretch the left heel down. Breathe. Changing legs if you're doing that. Reaching up with the left and stretching the right heel down. Stay with that breath. Come back. Take a couple of breaths in your down dog. And then bring the feet back to the hands. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, folding. Bend those knees. Inhale. And exhale, coming back. Okay. Step or jump your feet hip distance apart now. And then take your hands to your hips. Engage through your core. Inhale, look up. If you want to, you can do a little back bend here. Open up the chest, push the hips forward. Fold it down. And reach for your big toes, first two fingers. Soften the knees if you need. Look up, inhale. And exhale, fold it. Tuck the head in. Shake the head, release the neck. Pull on your toes, press in to your fingers. Lift your sit bones high. So either got the legs straight, or we're softening the knees and lifting the sit bones high. No tension in the neck. Relax your gaze, your drishti. Now look up, inhale. Take the hands underneath the feet. Padahastasana. Inhale, lift the chest. And then press down on top of those hands to release your wrists and deepen that stretch. So you'll feel a deeper stretch now into the back of the knees. Remember to soften those knees if you need. Listen to your body and focus on that breath. Look up, inhale. Take your hands to your hips. Exhale, bandhas, inhale. And step or jump your feet back together. Standing in Tadasana, step your right foot out. So we step out about 2.5, 3 feet. We tuck the left foot and turn the right. Reach long with this right arm and reach high with your left arm. Take your hand down your leg or to your foot or to your big toe and open it up. You can gaze up to your outstretched hand or gaze where feels good for you. Keep strong in those thighs. Open up that wingspan, and most of all, Ujjayi breath. Come up, tuck your right foot to turn your leg. Reach it long with that left arm. Reach it high with the right arm. And the hand is either down the leg, the foot, or the big toe. Breathe. Stretch. Collarbones wide. Breath is number one. Remember your bandhas, and then come up. So we do a rotated version. Step this right foot out a little bit, tuck the left foot round a little bit, and then take the left hand down towards the outside of the right foot or the leg. Right hand on hip or right hand to ceiling. So you either got your left hand on the floor or you've got it wrapped around your right leg. And you're twisting around to your right side and you're trying to gaze up to your outstretched hand. This is your rotated triangle. Come up, turn it around. So set yourself up as if you've got a line running down the middle of your mat between your feet. Take your right hand down towards the outside of the left leg or foot and reach up, if you can, to the ceiling. If you're not liking that with the left hand up, take it to your hip. Focus on that twist through the mid-spine. Keep the hips strong. Most of all, stay with that breath. Bandhas, come up, release, and come back to the front of your mat. Once again, step it out. So this time a little bit wider, if you can. Turn the right foot, bend the right knee, take the right hand down towards the outside of the right foot, either to the floor or wrap it around your leg or rest it on your thigh. And now reach the fingers away of the left hand and draw the rib cage up to the ceiling. Press the edge of your left foot into the floor. Breathe. Knee above ankle over right leg. Come up. Tuck your right foot in, turn your leg. Take your left hand down to the outside of the left foot. Reach up and over your left arm above your ear. Lift the ribs, roll the edge of your back foot into the floor to lift the inner arch. So the foundation is strong. And then we come up. And we'll come back to the front of your mat. Feet together, shoulders back and down. Step it out. Okay. Toes are in, heels are out, hands go to hips. Engage through your root lock and your abdominal lock. Take a nice deep in-breath and then fold down. Bring the hands to the floor, shoulder distance apart between your feet. Look up, inhale, chest lifts, and then fold and tuck your head in. As you do that, shift the weight through the feet to lift the sit bones high and maybe draw the hands further back, finding your edge all the time. Sounding the breath in the back of your throat and breathing into your ribs. Push out through the edges of the feet to lift the inner arches. On the in-breath, look up, chest lifts. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale to come up and release your arms. Turn your palms around. Interlace your fingers. Stretch those arms away from your body. Bandhas. Inhale and fold. So this time we're trying to open up the chest and the shoulders, but staying strong with your foundation, okay? Strong in the legs, strong in the core, and then take that breath now into the shoulders to release. Bandhas, come up, inhale. Release, and then come back to the front of your mat. Feet together in Tadasana. Take your fingertips now to your elbows, or take your hands up your back into inverted prayer. Okay? So working those hands up the back if that's possible for you. Pinkies up the spine, palms pressing. Step your right foot out. So you're in a short posture here. Hips square. Back foot round at 45. Inhale, lift the chest, look up, pull the abdominals in and lead from your sternum. And draw your chest down, keeping the legs straight. And breathe. So lots of lengthening out through the back of the body. Sounding that breath in the back of your throat. Drawing that chin towards your shin. And on the in-breath, come up. And then turn it around. So make sure those feet are not in line. The back foot's coming out at 45 degrees. Inhale, lift the chest, look up, and then fold it down. Drawing your spine directly over your left thigh. Toes are spread. Thighs are on if that's okay. Soften the knees where you need. But don't lock out through the knees, okay? Palms pressing if you can. If that's too much, fingertips to your elbows. And inhale, coming up. And release, and then come back to the front of your mat. Okay, time for a little bit of balancing now, okay? So make sure you've got room, or maybe you need something just to hold on to at the moment. So if we start with the left hand on the hip and bring the right knee up into deep hip flexion there. Hold it there, nice and strong. Maybe that's enough, or maybe reach for your big toe, first two fingers, and press out. Pull on the toe, press into the fingers if you're there. Otherwise, keep holding on to the shin. Wherever you're at, try and lift the leg a little bit higher, knee and nose, and then draw the leg out, either in flexion or extension. Find that balance. Stand tall. Look over the left shoulder maybe. Come back to the center. Lift a little higher. And then see if you can hold that leg out. Lift it. Thighs are on. Hip flexors. Standing leg strong. Bandhas are on. Bend that leg. And then come down. So right hand on hip. Take the left knee up. Hold it there. Find a point to focus on, your drishti. And then maybe reach for your big toe. Press away. Breathe. Draw the leg back into the hip socket if you're into that big toe balancing posture. Try lifting a little higher, knee and nose, before drawing the leg out to the side. Stand tall on your standing leg. Maybe look over your right shoulder. Come back to the center. Lift a little higher again, knee and nose, and then try holding it. Keep lifted through both the extended leg and the standing leg. Breathe and release. Come back down. Okay, good stuff. Breathe. So before we go into standing half bound, let's take this right foot and draw in towards the left thigh as high as you can, and press that foot into the thigh, and press the thigh into the foot. And if you feel you've got balance there and the foot will stay, we could release the hands either to prayer or to the ceiling. Or if you're not able to keep the foot up, then just take one foot up, one hand up and one hand on your foot, yeah? So stand tall, breathe deep, engage core, press palms if you're there, and then return. So we're opening up the hips gradually, bringing the left foot up, pressing that inside to the right thigh. The right thigh is strong. Okay, and then maybe take the hands away into prayer or to the ceiling. Or one hand can be holding on to that foot. And release. All right, nice. So, should be feeling a bit looser now. So this time, draw the right knee up into that deep hip flexion again. So more balancing. We're going to reach for the foot with the left hand. Okay, and draw the foot up towards the crease of your right hip, of your left hip. Take your right hand and wrap it around your back. See if you can bind with this left arm, or maybe further. So you don't want to stress your knees here. Focus is on opening the hips. If you can bind that right hand round and get your foot, good stuff. You can then release your left hand and then fold if that feels doable for you. Work with your breath and then release. Bring your left knee up. So that gaze is down and forwards here, that drishti. Reach your right hand for the left foot. Draw the foot up towards the crease of your right hip. Stay with your breath all the way. Wrap your left hand behind to bind with your right arm, or further down, and maybe you could reach and wrap your hand around your foot. If you've got that, you could release your right hand and you could fold. So bandhas are on, standing leg strong. Don't stress that left knee. Gaze is down and forwards if we're standing, or if we're folding. And then release. All right, come back to the front of your mat. We're going to go through warrior sequence now. So feet are together, inhale, reach it up. Follow your thumbs. Exhale, fold, draw your belly in, lift your sit bones high, tuck your head in, look up, inhale. Flatten those hands, step or jump. Come down, look forwards, chaturanga, elbows tucked, in breath. Lift the chest, and then tuck the toes to down. From here, you're going to bring your feet to hands, stepping or jumping. And then bring the knees together. Press the heels into the floor. Sitting back down into Utkatasana, your fierce warrior. Reach those hands up. You can look up, you can look forward, you can look down. Whatever feels good for your neck. Keep stretching the arms away, but drop the shoulder blades down the back for space between ears and shoulders. Sink the tailbone. Engage root lock and abdominal lock, especially your abdominal lock here. Inhale, stand. Exhale, fold. Tuck the head. Inhale, look up. Flatten those hands, step or jump. Come down, chaturanga, elbows tucked, in breath. Lift the chest into your back bend, exhale to your downward. Now pivot your left foot and step your right. Coming up, squaring the hips, and then take the hands up. So breathe. Maybe looking up, maybe looking forwards. Keep those hands up, turn round. And set yourself up to Virabhadrasana, one left leg forward. So get the right side of the hips round, press the edge of your back foot into the floor, reach to the ceiling, draw the arms back and down. Breathe. Now we're going to split those arms apart and send that back heel in line with the front heel, and maybe shuffle the feet a little bit longer, a little bit wider. Into your warrior two, drop your shoulder blades down your back. Stretch your fingertips away. Strong posture. Breathe. Tuck your left foot in now. Turn your right. And then bend the right knee. Open the chest. Drop the shoulders down the back. Reach the fingertips away from one another. Long in the neck. Breathe. And bring those hands down, either side of your right foot. Come back to high plank, look forwards, head well over hands, exhale to low plank. Inhale to up dog, and exhale to down. And then from here, you're stepping or jumping, and sitting down on the floor. Okay, so we've made it to the floor, so get your bum cheeks out the way, and get your sit bones on the floor. We're going to sit in Dandasana, so that means hands by your sides or further, not hunching up through shoulders, lengthen your neck, toes pulling in towards you where you can and heels pushing away, and breathe. So take a moment to find that Ujjayi breath in seated series now, primary series. So we'll go through a few seated postures. So we're going to inhale, reach up. And then exhale, fold. Reaching long down the legs or the feet. Wrapping around the legs or the feet. And then folding. Drawing the chest forwards. Pulling the abdominals in and sending the tailbone away. So you either got your hands around your legs or your feet, your toes. Wrapping, you're working on your edge, breathing. So I'll take you through a vinyasa, just nice and easy. Cross the legs, roll over the feet maybe, and step back. High plank to low, exhale, inhale to up dog, exhale to down. And step or jump, and come down to the floor. So remember never to be working through pain. So anything that feels too much, come back to Dandasana, focus on your posture. The practice is about breath, pranayama. So we then work on core engagement and then on asanas, trying to get more out of the body. Take the hands behind and then we'll go reverse plank. Lift the hips, stretch the toes, wrap the thighs, take the head back. That feels too much. Come to tabletop, okay? Bend the knees, bring the heels in, lift the hips. Head back if that's all right, or tucked in. Breathe. Come back down. You can either do a vinyasa here, or you can sit in Dandasana and take some breath. So from here, we're going to keep the left leg long. I'm going to draw the right foot in. All right, so we'll do posture from the moon sequence. Take the hands behind and then stretch a little further. Okay, make sure that right knee feels good. Take your right hand up, wrap it around your back. Get that hand and then reach that right hand round for a bit of clothing if you can. All right, now take the left hand and wrap it around your leg or your foot. And then twist round to your right and open your chest and breathe. Stay with this one or reach for your big toe, first two fingers with the left hand. Drop the elbow down the inside of that left knee. And if you want, release the right hand and reach up and over. Keep the ribs lifting. Keep working that hand towards the foot, but don't just collapse down on the right side of the hips to get there. Releasing. Okay, we're going to swap sides. Right leg is long. Draw the left foot in. Listen to your body. Stretch a little further and open up. Take your left hand, wrap it around. See if you can reach it round to bind towards the crease of the right hip. Get hold of something if you can. Reach the right hand down the right leg or the foot. Twist to your left. Pull on the foot. Press into the hand. Open the chest. Breathe. Maybe reach for your big toe, first two fingers. Drop the elbow down. Reach up and over. And breathe. Keep lifting the rib cage to the ceiling, sounding the breath in the back of your throat. And then release. So from here, we can either go into vinyasa, we could sit in dandasana, or if you want, we could do that reverse plank posture or tabletop coming up. So we're maintaining heat and building strength and endurance in your practice with these vinyasas. And coming back down wherever you're at. So we're going to take the left leg long and we're going to draw the right heel in. And when you draw in, have it away from the left leg. So you have like a palm's distance between your foot and your thigh. Sit tall. So that might be enough. Breathe. Further, right hand inside of right leg. Turn the palm around, wrap it around the right shin. And then reach for your left hand or wrist or work towards it. Press the right arm against the shin and draw the nose towards the toe. Draw that chest down, depending on how open you are, obviously, in chest and shoulders and into your hamstrings, etc. Breathe and release. So we're going to go straight to the side, just with the time that we have in our practice. We're going to draw the left heel in as tight as we can to that left sit bone and have a palm's distance between your foot and your thigh. Sit tall, right leg is strong. Take your left arm if you want and reach it inside, wrap it around, and then reach for the other hand or wrist. Press against the shin if you're there. Otherwise, hold on to the leg with both hands and then draw the chest forwards, breathing. So we're all made differently. We've all got different levels of flexibility in the body, mobility, and we've all got different levels of injury and issues going on. So we work with our body and modify our practice. There's always a way. Breath number one. Release, and if you want, you can do vinyasa. So if you want it to be an easier vinyasa, you cross the legs, roll over the feet. And then come down chaturanga. Make it as dynamic as you want, or as experienced as you are. Sit back down. Okay, so from here, if you take your left leg long, and we'll take the right foot over that left thigh. All right, and then we're going to hug that leg and sit tall and breathe. Take some breath there. You could stay there, or you can take this left foot and draw in towards the hips. And then come back to sitting tall. Hug that leg, the right leg, with the left arm and twist round. Okay, draw the chest round. Breathe. If you want more, you could try getting this left arm underneath your right knee and get your right hand and reach round and try to find it. And then use that to pull the body round. Breathe, release. Okay, we'll try the other side. Left leg is long. Take your right foot over your left thigh. Sit tall. Pull, breathe. So that may be enough to give you, you can stretch into the right side of the hips there, or you can take this left foot in I've just done the same side, haven't I? Yeah. So I think I did the wrong side to start with. No, I don't know. Where am I? Okay. Twisting round. So make sure you do the other side than last time. All right, twisting round. Pull the chest open. And maybe taking the right arm or taking the hand underneath and twisting and breathing. And from there, you can either do vinyasa, you could sit in dandasana, or you could do reverse plank. Take some breath wherever you're at. Okay, so from here, we're going to come down onto our backs. And we're going to draw the knees into the chest. Okay? And then we're going to take those heels and tuck them in towards our sit bones. All right, as tight as you can. Invert the toes slightly, and now peel your spine up and off the floor. So we're coming into a back bend now. So we're going to work those hands under. So they could interlace, okay? Keep lifting the hips, squeezing the inner thighs, press through the floor. Or you could wrap the hands around your ankles and keep lifting. Or take your hands to your hips, keep lifting. Or take the hands to the side of the head, and you can either rest on the crown of the head or push up into an upward bow. And come back down. So we're going to hug those knees in, and then from there, we're going to roll up. Find sit bones and reach the hands out. From here, you can stay here, or you could start extending the legs for Navasana boat posture. Pull the abdominals in, keep the neck long, and drop the shoulder blades down the back. Either the legs are long and lifted, or soften the knees. Try not to collapse down, keep everything strong through your core. And then we're going to come back to lying on the floor, bringing the knees to the chest. Bring those heels in. Tuck the toes. Feel the spine up and off the floor. Lift the hips. So keep squeezing those thighs towards one another as if you're holding something between your knees. Interlace fingers or wrapping hands around ankles or hands to hips. Or hands side of the head, and rest crown of the head, or push up to your upward bow. Keep that power going through the pelvis. And come back down. Hug those knees in. Take some breath. And then roll up to sit bones. Reach. Ready for Navasana again, boat posture. Sit tall, lift the chest. And if you can, extend the legs, but work with your body right now. Breathe. And come down with those legs. And then stretch forwards now. So releasing your back with the forward bend. Hands around the legs of the feet. From here, we are going to cross those legs, roll over the feet, go through a vinyasa, and we're going to come to down dog. And from your downward facing dog, we're going to come down to knees. And then we're going to rest the forearms on the floor and interlace your fingers and tuck your elbows in narrower than your shoulders. So we're going to get ready for headstand. Those of us that can do headstand and are doing it regularly, you can place the head on the floor and you can go through the process strongly of bringing the feet up into that inversion. Those of us that are working towards it, or we're not doing it today, I'm going to talk you through preparation. So elbows are narrower than shoulders. Press into the floor strongly. Feel that engagement through your back and your shoulders. Tuck your head and look to your feet. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees up. Try walking your feet up, but keep your head off the floor. And breathe. Push the floor away. So bandhas are on strong. Thighs are on strong. And we're using that strength and mobility that we've built through the shoulders to create that foundation. So you can either stay here, or if you feel more of a challenge, right leg can come up, stretch it up. Breathe. Don't have to do this, and at any point you need to come down. Whatever you're doing, be safe. You've heard that before. And then change, lift, pull the belly in, push the floor away. Hold it if you can, both feet down. And we're going to rest. So we're going to take the hands behind and rest the forehead on the floor in child's posture. And just take some deep and wide breaths into your back, sounding the breath in the back of your throat. And just re-centering the body after your inversion. And then from there, bring those hands forward, come to high plank. Head well forward at hands, come down chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chest, open the chest, tuck the toes to down. Draw the belly in, step or jump. And sit down on the floor. So, finding a cross-legged position on the floor for you. Maybe you do half lotus, maybe you do full lotus. Maybe you need a block underneath your hips. Take your hands behind your back, fingertips to elbows. Inhale, lift the chest, and draw the chest down. And breathe. Come up to sitting and rest your arms on top of your thighs. Thumb and forefinger, other fingers stretching away. Tuck the chin. Open the collarbones and breathe. So your gaze is down and forwards, or you can close eyes. Core is engaged, and you're breathing that deep Ujjayi breath. If you want more challenge, take the hands either side of your hips, push up, and try and lift your body up and off the floor, and see how long you can hold it for, breathing short and sharp through the nose, or continuing that Ujjayi breath. Everything's got to be switched on. So, if you've got time, we're going to take a few minutes in Shavasana, okay? So lie back to take some rest, finding a comfortable position for you. So take some deeper breaths in and out. And either the legs are straight, or bend the knees, or have something underneath the knees. Make sure the back feels comfortable. Chin is slightly tucked. Lengthen your neck. Or place something behind the head. And just allow the body to release all tension. And just start to feel the muscles of the face just release and relax. The eyes dropping into the eye sockets. The brow softening. And the jaw relaxed. Just feel that heart rate coming back down after your physical practice. And just let the thoughts drift. Body is still now. So the mind, we want to be still by focusing on your breath. So wherever you feel that breath most prominently, whether it's in the nose or the chest or in your belly, just keep returning to that. If you want, you can place your hands on your belly and follow the rise and fall of the navel. Okay. If you want, you can switch me off and carry on with your Shavasana. Otherwise, start reawakening the body. A couple of deeper breaths. Fingers and toes. Draw the feet up, hug the knees in, and roll side to side. Rolling over to your right side. And when you're ready, come back round. Namaste.